It's a little video of showing me doing some note taking, preparing for today's lesson. Now enough of that, and let's get on to the real lesson. Hey everybody, welcome back. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's keeping safe, staying at home. It's important to stay at home these days after this COVID-19 pandemic and keep everybody safe. So stay home. I hope everybody's doing some studying. In my channel, I always support students that are studying and doing problems and studying from home. So in attempts, I just try to release more videos. I haven't released a video in about a week. Just been busy with other things, but I'll continue to release videos. Please support my channel by subscribing and clicking like. That's important. And if you have any feedback, please comment below. Today we're going to continue our discussion on probability with probability 2. We're going to be looking at some more examples. So having said that, let's get started. Suppose I had a bowl. And in that bowl I had 1 red chip, 2 blue chips, a yellow chip, and 1 green chip. And the question was, if I chose 1 chip at random, what would be the probability that I chose a blue chip? To find this, we first need to find the total number of chips. Well, the total number of chips are, count the chips, we have 5 chips. So we write that on the bottom. And there are a total number of 2 blue chips. So we have 2 blue chips divided by the total number of chips, and that'll give us the probability of choosing a blue chip. So probability of blue is 2/5, which is 0.4 or 40%. And it kind of makes sense that the probability of choosing a blue chip would be higher since there are 2 blue chips as opposed to only 1 red or 1 yellow or 1 green. Let us look at another example. Again, we have a bowl. And in that bowl, we have 2 red chips. We have 3 blue chips. We have 4 yellow chips. And we have 5 green chips. So 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I pick 1 chip at random from this bowl. And the question is, what is the probability of choosing a red or a yellow? Well, the probability of choosing a red or a yellow is the probability of choosing a red plus the probability of choosing a yellow. And we can say P of R plus P of Y for short. In other words, we need to find probability of red, which is the total number of red divided by the total number of chips. So the probability of choosing a red, while there's 2 red, all over, what's the total number of chips? Well, 2 plus 3, 5 plus 4 is 9, plus 5 is 14. So there's going to be 2 over 14. Then the probability of choosing a yellow is going to be the total number of yellow chips all over the total chips. Well, there's 4 yellow all over the 14 total number of chips. So probability of choosing a red or probability of choosing a yellow is going to be 2 over 14 plus 4 over 14, which is 6 over 14. Or 2 goes into both. 2 goes into 6 3 times, and 2 goes into 14 7, which is approximately 0.429, or around 43%. Sorry for the typo there, 43%. So the probability of choosing a red or choosing a yellow is 43%, just under 50%, or just under half. Let us suppose in our next question, I had a bowl, again with 2 red, 3 blue, 4 yellow, and 5 green. And I was asked, what is the probability of choosing not green? Well, if the total probability is 1, the probability of choosing not green is going to be 1 minus the probability of choosing a green. So if we can find the probability of choosing a green, then we can find the probability of choosing not green by just subtracting 1 from it. So the probability of choosing a green is going to be the total number of green, which is 5, all over the total number of chips, which is 14. 5 divided by 14 is 0.357. So the probability of not green is 1 minus probability of green, which is 1 minus 0.357, which is 0.643, or 64.3%. So the probability of choosing not green is 64.3%, which kind of makes sense because basically you're looking at these here. Or another way of arriving at that is the probability of not green is going to be the total number of chips that are not green, which is the 2 red plus the 3 blue, which is 5, plus the 4 yellow, which is 9, all over the total number of chips, which is 14, which is also 0.643, or 64.3%. So we have 2 ways of getting to that. Method 1, which is finding the probability of choosing a green and subtracting it from 1, and method 2, which is just counting the number of non-green and dividing it by the total number of chips. So to summarize, we looked at 3 things. We looked at, to find the total number of chips of, say, picking a blue chip, is the probability of choosing a blue chip is counting the number of blue chips and dividing it by the total number of chips. The second thing we learned was that the probability of choosing a red or a yellow is an addition problem of choosing the probability of red plus the probability of yellow. And the third thing we learned was the probability of not choosing a color, such as green, was 1 minus the probability of actually choosing that color. Again, I hope you liked this lesson. Please click like, subscribe, comment below. I look forward to seeing you to future lessons. And again, please stay safe, stay home, and try and use this opportunity, again, as I mentioned earlier, to learn as much as possible. Read a book, go online and learn some fun stuff. There's a lot of math courses online. There's a lot of just great stuff online. And I encourage you all to develop a routine. Wake up early, sleep early, try and exercise as much as possible, eat well. And once I get to 100 and 1,000 subscribers, I'll be looking at some interesting prizes to give away. So please click subscribe to help me get to those goals.